Hey, how you doing, Pisces? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Conscious Waters Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel. Press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also check your sun, moon, rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Do take what you like and leave the rest. I'm giving out free, private and personal readings up until the end of next week. If you would like one, please look into the description area of this video. Just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So what's going on with Pisces? Pisces is worried that everything is going to smartly work out, but not really. It does say you communicate things in your mind, but don't really see a need to pretend with yourself. You do pretend with yourself at times and don't want to. You don't want to play a lie in your mind over and maybe see that the person is telling you lies too. You just know that they could, but you're wondering if it could work out still or not work out. You really hate the person or regret them or don't want to see that they're going to help you with good karma, because it doesn't say it is going to be in your mind that it's going to work out. Ideally, you see them for who they are and you don't want to forget that, but you do wonder if it's going to work out for you with this man or this female or the situation. It does say you've given yourself enough time to help yourself and maybe even mindfully spoke about marriage to your mind about how it could work out. It does say many times over you've got to see yourself in a way that you are working on things and moving past the energies that communicate with you that it's going to be good. You don't need to see that there's problems with this person, so don't speak, but he's leaving you or moving on. Okay, now he may not be leaving you completely, but he could be moving on from the situation, the topic, the thing. I do see there is some type of regrets here with a decision that you could have made as well. It could be in relation to this person, but it does say he could be wanting to rush in, but he's not ready yet, or he's not helping the situation. So he may murmur to himself that he could, but he might not. Okay. It does say he may not speak, but you will speak, and everyone else will speak about the situation. It does say some of you are dealing with friends or ideal family or people of that nature, or maybe even things that you just know will work out in your favor. It does say nothing set in stone, but people will warn you. Why do you talk a lot about the situations in your mind in a positive way? It does say you have to see things for what it is. Don't stress, but you have been struggling. And it does say you need to shut down a situation and ignore the bad vibes, or stop bringing yourself into them or putting yourself alongside them. It does say negative memories are there in your mind at times, but you do want to pursue with good karma in your mind about things that you are doing. It says job hunting is something you want to do, or maybe even work. Satisfying your mind with things that you promised yourself that you would do, and taking care of things that you want to do, and certainly providing for yourself more is something you want to do. So you certainly reward yourself with a lot more gifts and family members and maybe even friends, but not noticing that your person is going to be good for you is a problem. It does say sometimes you don't even notice whether or not they're good, but you have to lie at times and say that it is, and at times you don't, or at times you see that it's not going to work out. Oh dear. It says start studying or looking into your vibes, things that you are pursuing or keeping tightly close to your chest. Finally, you will speak up for yourself and say something. It does say you want to say something, so you're not going to stop speaking about it, but you're going to speak about what's going on with you and nothing but you. Ideally, if the man loves you, he's going to communicate this. He's trying to ignore you right now, but he is challenging himself not to speak, and he's controlling that. He doesn't want to see you, but he does believe he's going to communicate this. So it does say he's not going to communicate until next year if he has to, but there is communication failure with him, and he's mindful because he does want to convince himself that he's got to frig things up in his mind, or at least fight for something that he really wanted. He doesn't want to be nervous about the situation, but he's going to cause you harm. He knows that, so he's not going to call you, and he believes that he shouldn't, and he says bye in his mind several times a week, a month, a decade, or maybe even certainly just doesn't want to say that he's finished. He's playing mind games, but he does know this, and he's going to bring in next Wednesday good news for you, because he's trying to warn himself not to speak, but he's coming round to speak to you. He may not sleep with you, but he wants to say hi and maybe even challenge his mind to talk to you. He's going to convince himself to talk, and he will come. Okay. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini. Some of you guys could be dealing with another Pisces or water sign, or a fire sign, or maybe even an earth sign for some of you guys. It does say that you don't know how to support your mind with everything, but putting off a situation for a next 2 weeks to a month is going to be easy. It does say he knows why, because he's not going to talk to you, and he realized he needs to. He's working on something, maybe even loyalty to you. He does know loyalty is something that's precious to you. And it does say many times over, if he's not loyal, he's not going to be great to you. He has worked on you and worked on mental health and worked on structure in the minds of yours and others. He may not see you, but he sees who you are or how you're communicating. And he doesn't like bad news with personal hygiene or personal problems or personal issues with people. He realizes he's got problems. He's never going to see anything in the way that you do, but I'm trying to warn you that I have fun with him and he doesn't have fun with you. There is a female here that does know that she's speaking about the same man that you've been getting involved with, and maybe even sees that he's trying to warn you not to speak, but he's seeing someone else. It does say many times over it could be a family member, and it does say some of you guys are forgiving yourself because you're not seeing the man because he's not coming around at all. But there is times where he's bothered, or maybe even bothered about problems in his mind, and he does know that he's bothered about everything that he says and not says, and then he still gets bothered with the things that he's not participating in. Okay, so let's see what else. He wants to read you, look into you, or even talk to you, or talk about your soul or your mind, or even your eyes, how special you are, or you're so smart or beautiful. He may not say enough, and he may have problems discussing these things or tidying his mind to talk to you about how wonderful you look, or maybe how wonderful you dress. He wants to, but he's trying hard not to. And he spoke to someone recently, but he showed himself no value in the situation about the person, or maybe even saw that the person wasn't given to him the way you was going to give to him. He realized that he's made a mistake. He doesn't know how to dress or look or even cook. He's better off without you. And it does say many times over, if the female thinks this, then you're thinking this. It does say many times over, you're like his mother or a personal parent, carer, or a mentor. It does say some of you are detailing this man or don't want to speak about mind games, but he's coming in to support you or court you or take you out. Okay. All right. So he's, you remind him of someone. Okay. So you remind him of someone. All right. He's looking for liberty taking though, and he does know that, but he's also kind of clearing up the mental health and tidying his mind. He probably doesn't know how to, but he's trying, and he begs for mercy as he tries to put his foot down, murmuring that he wants to stay with you or marriage in the long term. He may not see it, but he's coming in to give you good karma. Oh, so he doesn't even see it, Pisces, but he's coming in to give you good karma, and he's changing. Okay, he may not know how to fix up properly in some areas of his life or in his mind, but he's trying. The universe is helping him. It does say nothing's set in stone, but many times over, if the universe wants him to change, he's going to change. But it does say trying his luck as a transgender mentality could harm him. It does say men of this type could harm themselves with transgender mentality. It does say when he believes he's in a mindset of transgender mentality, he's warning himself not to laugh or even speak or convince himself that he's got problems, but he's trying to be mad about the situation. He may even be transgender for some of you guys that know or are dealing with a transgender person. It does say some of you guys are speaking to one, but some of you guys are not. And some of you guys are warning yourself that not to speak about it, but he could be mad or even gay, or maybe just not very much into you because he's not sure about females. He hasn't seen a lot about himself, but he could be I can't even pronounce the bloody word. Is it atheist? I can't pronounce it. You know, when you don't believe in God, or you don't believe in spiritual energy, or you're not religious, like atheist. Am I pronouncing it right? He may not even see that he's got good karma. He's got good karma, but he hasn't. And he does like dogma. A lot of dogma, people's information or information about other people or advice. And he does know that he doesn't take on the advice, but he's stealing the mindsets of others and purposely putting himself in a better mood about it. He does know that if he laughs about the situation or makes fun of it, he's going to laugh at people. And he laughs at people every day, every month, or every year, sometimes every evening. He does this so much to the point where he's looked at as a personal problem. Oh dear. Okay, some of you guys may hold on to walking away, or he may have, but you may feel like not to speak. If he's coming back, he's going to come back. And it does say some of you guys don't want to know that he's bothered, but he is, because you told yourself you're not going to speak, but he's a liar. And it does say you'd rather keep that to yourself, but you realize he's a liar. And he's purposely going to put you on a pedestal of laughter, or even nervousness, or even shock, mainly because you didn't know who he was. And you may not see him, but you do know that he's not going to be very good for you overall. He does not know how to treat me, is what you could say to yourself, but you just don't want to know he's punishing you or putting you through problems. Okay. Let's see what else is going on for Pisces. You look good to me. It does say someone here wonders how you do it, because you're very, 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 very good looking. And it does say someone here thinks you're supernatural, or even blessed, or even mind read, or maybe even answer certain questions in your mind that you can't even understand. It does say someone here is seeing you, or looking for you, or understanding who you are. Some of you guys are dealing with the law, or maybe even a policeman, but some of you guys are dealing with a liability, or maybe even personal hygiene problems, or maybe even situations that cause you harm, or maybe even make your face up at a smell, or maybe even lie down with someone and not sure if they bathe or take care of themselves, or maybe even see that someone here doesn't really see you but wonders if you see them in the same way that they see you, because they've never wanted to talk to you or tell you everything, but maybe wanted to lie to you and make fun of you and you didn't know it. Or some of you don't even have this issue, but this person could be premeditated in their mind to tell you off even when you haven't got a hygiene problem or a personal odor or a personal problem, just to look good in their mind about who they are and make fun of you. This person has mental structures or mental health or mental premeditated energy or mental hell. It does say demons are there with this person. Wash away your mind about problem solving, and maybe see that he can probably give problems to himself if he looks at himself, or maybe identifies himself and idolizes many people looking at themselves in this way. He may not see himself, but he is a mirror, and right now he is mirroring himself as he sees the bad news in his soul. Ooh, so he's seeing the bad news in his soul, honey. He's mirroring his own shadow, his own spirit. It does say some of you guys are dealing with men that are changing and going through mental health structures, or even manipulating their minds to help themselves stay away from bad news, or even drugs. Some of them are drugging themselves, or alcoholism is giving them a sense of mindfulness, or maybe even speaking about trashing the place, or maybe even losing out on problem solving. He's got to think, why is he dealing with his mental health in this way? Where is he going with his problematic situations? Why is he dealing with mindfulness about who he is and doesn't like other people? Why is it that he doesn't see himself for who he is? Or why is it that he doesn't see good karma in his mental health? Where is he going, and why does he tell people off when he's got exactly the same problem as them? Wow. You all have problems with your mind or your man, or maybe even problems with your family members or your daughters. Some of you guys are sick of death spells, root work, or magic, or people trying to put you down or push you under the thumb of another man or another female, or pushing you into the universe with dogma or punishments, or even premeditated karma. It does say you do know that problem solving is not always the answer, but not everyone can help themselves with lies or liars or liabilities, or maybe even problems with people. Ideally, if the universe is going to help you, it's going to help you now sort out the mind games of others, and maybe even your own, and maybe even see that you are at risk of something, or taking the mickey out of someone, or maybe even saying you don't want to talk about them, but you've seen them for who they are, and you've seen their minds, and you've seen their problems, but you do justify just loving them for what it is that they say and who they are. But it does say you have to warn yourself. Don't speak about it, but are you putting yourself in a problem again by doing so? Are you staying there just for the fun of it, or making sure you keep hold of him because you say you have a man, Or is it that you want a man or keep the man because you just don't know how to leave him, to believe that he's going to be left to your mind about things that you want? Maybe because you wonder if he's going to give you what you want and not see it, but he's trying to warn you. Do you love him? And it does say he loves you, but he doesn't know how to show it, and he may not give it to you the way you want it. He's trying to mimic you or trying to show you that your shadow work is overshadowing him, or maybe even showing him that he's got calls coming in or cause for concern coming in, mind games, maybe even people telling him off or telling him he's no good. He's got many people trying to tell him he's a warlock, or maybe even people that are telling him that he's mind gamed in his mind about who he is, and shadows you to make you look like you're the mind game or even the warlock on him. He's never believed that you had good karma, but he tried to push mind games to make you feel like you had good karma versus bad karma, or bad vibes. It does say bad vibes because no one wants to talk about it, but his bad vibes have given you information or letters or jail sentences or problems or people's problems to deal with. It says none of you are going through the same thing, but all of you are going under scrutiny or attack by the man or the males. And it does say many of you are doing this through your mindsets or peoples. It does say now is the time for the men to structure their mind and place themselves on hold. He does know he's going to blame you or not blame you or give you good news. He wants to know, can I support you, or maybe even torment myself to support myself, because I need help and I need to support myself and put myself first. I'm not sure if I can see you, but I've got to see if I can support myself in my mind and maybe even leave you, or stress to leave you, or struggle, or maybe leave you out. So that's how he's feeling right now in his mind. That's what he's going through mentally in his mind, trying to sort out who he is, because he's now being overshadowed by the female energy, by your energy as the females. It does say nothing's set in stone, but people will call you out or make you feel bad. It does say you've got to deal with people that have picked on you or lied to you. At times you don't want to, but people do this every day. And it does say many times over, if you are the one doing this, don't smoke or drink. But someone here is trying to say that you have worked on yourself way too much and smoke and drink, or maybe even use alcohol and drugs. Someone here could be picking on you, lying on you, or telling a lie about you. Someone could be warning themselves that they're not speaking, but their doctrine energy is working against you. It does say nothing set in stone, but people are lying and making fun of you or making you work for what it is that you have way too hard and not really seeing you for your worth. It does say your worth is very, very, very valid. And it does say it is very, very, very beautiful the way you work on yourself. Don't speak, but spirit sees you. And it does say ghost and venom in the universe. As we try to transit into the month of May, you will see that blessings are coming in. Okay, so you've been seeing, blessings have been trying to come in for a while, Pisces, but I feel like, the spiritual realm has been trying to, work on these energies for you, trying to solve the situation in mankind, human nature, and the different, sexualities for you. And it does say many times over you've seen this, but you don't understand it. And many times over people talk to you, or even your family, and you may not listen or even like it, but they've been trying to warn you. You are guided. Your Pisces energy is being guided. And it does say you love yourself very much, so you wouldn't support bad news, but you have blamed yourself way too much too. And you have tried to warn yourself that blaming yourself also blames others. You may have pushed the burdens onto other people, other men, other women, and children. It does say you can't blame anyone, and stop blaming people for your struggles, your strifes, or your penalized energy. Look forward to bad news or let it go. It does say let it go if you feel like you can, or you can afford to do so, or even study working against it and really shutting it down. It does say you've got to confuse the situation until you've scared off all the devil energy, the demons, or the punishments that you've been facing, and push it away and leave it to lie down to rest. Demons are there. It does say personal problems have given you demons or maybe even spirits. And it does say warning, if you're one to speak to them or even sow your seeds with one of them, you could have cause for concern or karma coming. All right. right. So let's see what... Oh. It does say work is very, very good, but your blessings are on its way too. It does say work is going to be outstanding. It does say you've got to consider why. It does say letter sent out is going to confuse you though. And it does say convincing you is not going to be easy, but I lie to you a lot. And it does say marriage is something that someone wants to pretend they're giving to you. Someone here has been telling a lot of lies or confusing the situation or making you think you've got marriage coming. It does say when he does realize he's doing this and making you feel like you've got good karma, but you haven't. And then you realize you haven't. You already know what's going on. But it doesn't say it is good news. It just says justification of the universe or people around you are giving you problems. And it does say your perspective has not been off, but at times it is far off than usual. Or maybe it's the confusion from the man that doesn't want you to see everything's coming to work out in your favor. He never forced you into anything, but he doesn't want you to win. He doesn't want to see you as a friend or a family member. He may push you down a well, or maybe even make you feel like you're going deeper into a hole. He's not good for you, but the mindset he has is never going to be good for his soul. It's never going to be good for you or his mind. He will let his mental health destroy him and destroy others. Or maybe even mental health destroy heaven and earth and the universe, and maybe even beyond. At times, he is overruled and overruling the country, the laws, the systems, maybe even punishments. It does say some of you are dealing with good karma and bad karma through men all over the globe. It does say many of you are destroying the love lives of others through family members and people. Some of you don't realize that, but it does say warning, if you've worked with him, it's going to be you and the demon. It does say some of you are dealing with demonic men and very bad, evil men and very negative men and very destroyful men. Wow. All right. Anything else before we move on? It does say nothing set in stone, but Pisces, you do know you've got to destroy the javel energy or the juggling energy or the mental structures that you've tried to keep hold of and lie about and communicated that you will continue to move forward with them. Stop speaking about bad news and move forward with strife no more in your mind. Stop protecting it. Stop protecting the negative energy and move past it. And it does say good karma comes when you pray and help your mind to move past the gentle mental health or the problematic situations that you faced. Don't speak, but you are going to pray for help one day in mental health or even a jail cell. It does say many of you are not going through this, but mind games are there to play you a game. Your mental health is at stake, or people will put you in your mind about jail or punishment or make you think that. It does say think that because not all of you are going to be punished. Many of you will be good and have good karma. It does say thank God, and it does say F whoever thought you was going to push yourself to a bad mood. It says you have to have good news. Stop protecting negative energy and push towards good karma. Okay. And practice telling yourself that you are well in your mind, honey. Okay. And that you want good karma in your mind. And you want good blessings in your mind and in your life. And positive energy. And for those of you that believe in God and Jesus Christ, move forward with that energy and pray. Okay. So let's see what's going on with wow. Oh, wait a minute. It does say someone here doesn't want to destroy you but wants to communicate again. They do know they love you, but they can't communicate seeing you and confuse the mind game. You do realize you have blessings, but don't work on it. But you're struggling with laws or sentimental mental health. People want to tell you off and they're going to communicate drugs or bad news. This mind game is being played with a negative man, and he realized that he's not going to get involved, but he's laughing at them and making fun of them because he's going to be in a lot of love-making energy with someone, but he destroys the energy too. And he's not going to love make on anyone, but he's going to communicate, bringing down someone and tearing them out in their mind and making fun of them. He's nasty, and it does say dogma is there for people that are factual about sex or blessings with sex, that just want to have sex and don't want to have good news, but want to explode in the mind of others with their sperm, or maybe even telling them that they've got to confuse the time, the energy, the situation, the place, or the thing to make it happen. This mind game is being played. It is not going to be controlled by you, but it does say you can control the man and the situation by mishaps, or maybe even telling him off or moving on or letting him see that he is a mind gamer. Oh, dear. All right, let's see what's going on with work. Work is very much mindful. Sex is sinful. At times it's not very good. It says sometimes you want to work in your mind. Sex life is happening very, very well. And it does say your wishes are your command. So you won't allow the situation to unfold and let you destroy your mind about your work. You feel like you have good karma with your mind and your work. So don't destroy your mind with your work and the sex that you have from home. It does say sometimes you daydream a lot or mention the man a lot when you're out and about or maybe at work. You've got to move past this and allow him to feel like the dreams and mind games that he's seen in himself could play him and not play you. Have good karma in your mind and move past it. Okay? It does say you wish a lot for work or maybe even miss work or maybe even are loyal to work. At times you don't know where to go with your work, but maybe some of you guys are looking for work and it is confusing or not helpful. Some of you guys really want to work on your dreams or wishes or even your words or maybe even things that you are supporting and trying to warn yourself that rewards are coming at work. So achievements are due. You want to see yourself achieve and win something and do want promotions, and great news is on its way. Blessings, honey. Let's see what's... Oh, it does say someone here doesn't want it to happen, but someone will try to stop it and confuse it or maybe even make you feel like many thanks to you. I've got enough information to support me, but I'm not going to be happy that you're helping me or even telling me off. I'm not going to be happy. So I warn myself not to speak, but are you there? Are you trying to help me or are you confusing the situation? Meanwhile, if decision makers are there to support their minds with bad news, let them. It says let them because God knows why they're going to get wrath. And it does say they know this, but they don't want you to speak of it or hear about it. They do know what they're going through or putting you through is going to come back tenfold and bite them. But when it sees you in good ways, you're not going to laugh, but karma is coming with your money. And many times over, your money is going to be good and laughed at the same time if someone doesn't believe that you're getting good karma. You've got to work for it. And it does say some of you are working for it or getting good karma with your wealth. Good karma is on its way. So good karma is on its way, honey. But someone seems to be confusing the situation a little bit too. All right. So let's see what's going on with business. Business is going to be booming. Very, very good. But you've got to look forward to your blessings. And blessings is going to be absolutely amazing. You've got to see yourself in blessed ways. No matter which way you go, you've got to stabilize your fortune. Your marriage is at stake. Some of you are dealing with marriage and your money. Some of you guys are dealing with business structures and plans. Some of you guys are planning communication or maybe even failure with communication issues or systems in your communication, or maybe even computers and even gadgets. Some of you guys are dealing with this technical issues. Okay. It does say all of you are dealing with good news no matter what. Solve the situation and support the problem. Give yourself blame if you feel like it, but don't blame yourself completely. Warn yourself you're not putting yourself through the same old struggles and problems as before. You may not want to see struggles and problems, so deal with your problems and maybe even see yourself in good karma. It does say warning, if someone wants to speak to you, let them come. It does say many thanks to you. You have good karma in your mind. Spirit will challenge you or change the situation for you. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on with love life. Love life is very much mindful and spoken of hell. At times you're dealing with mental health people or problems. Let them see that they are going to convince you to move on. Or many thanks to you, you understand who you're dealing with. You can make sure that you move past them. Not speaking about it, but dildo. I'm hearing dildo. It does say dildo energy for some of you guys are going to be the answer if you don't want to be in a relationship. And it does say some of you have got a dildo and some of you haven't, but some of you do not want to know that you're using it or maybe even need a man to support yourself. Some of you are really looking into being ideal about who you are, not wanting to be celibate no more or wanting to be, but you're trying to warn yourself, I don't want to be celibate. I do, but I just don't want to know that I'm in a relationship that's no good for me. Well, at least you're identifying that, Pisces. That's a brilliant thing. Okay, the spirit was saying that, you know, you guys may have been finding it hard to identify that. All right, so let's see what's going on with singles. Singles are not that great, but at times they're good and sometimes they're not. Work is the situation that you need to support. Very much so, working on yourself, working on your whine, your moans. So you whining and moaning a lot. Maybe, you know, trying to tame it, or simmering it, or not speaking about it at all, or really regret certain things but don't want to say that you regret it in a way that you're really trying to shout out or be mad. It does say some of you guys are really trying to tame your mind or hold on to your tears, or even to your venom, or even to your structured plans. Some of you guys are not giving up and not wanting to stumble and fall. Some of you guys are holding on to bad news about people, or even people trying to pinch from you, take from you, or destroy you. At times you don't want to hear this, but you could be holding on to more money than what it is that you need to owe or even give out. Or some of you guys know that you are saving a lot and very structured for your life overall. You have many times over good karma with your mind, your money, and your plans, and working on it, and maybe even structuring it and supporting it, and even putting it aside. And you love yourself, so you're not going to destroy yourself, but you see yourself in a blessed way. All right, let's see what's going on with those. And it says, no wonder I smoke weed. I'm going to drink, and I'm going to drink alcohol when I feel like it. I don't drink alcohol all the time, but sometimes I drink. And it does say some of you do this, but not all of you. But at times someone just wants to hear you speak, or even see if you're going to do that. It does say sometimes you really want to work on who you are, so you're going to cut it out or not speak about it no more, or you have cut it out and you've gone through a negative mindset, but you try to warn yourself that you could break up from smoking, drinking, or even warring with alcohol and drugs. Some of you guys are dealing with good karma and working against your mind to tell yourself that you can do it. At times it is hard, and some of you really break the chains of curses. That's brilliant. You're breaking those chains of curses. That's beautiful, Pisces. Well done. Okay. So let's see what's going on. Yeah. What's going on with those in a relationship? You all want to know that you have good karma with your love life. Certainly want to plan for marriage one day. Sex is always going to be good to you. Mindsets are there, but people are there supporting you with your ideal lover, friends and family, and very much so good karma. Love yourself, help yourself, and punish yourself no more. Invest in yourself and beautify yourself and give yourself gifts. Dozens of gifts. Help yourself with this. And don't speak, but you are selling yourself to nothing but good karma in your mind and your soul and in your spirit. Your physical could do with more work, but you're very much working on your mind, and it's very, very good for your mind, your body, your soul, and your health. Well done, Pisces. Okay, it does say that you want to see yourself as a wife one day, but your person is not working with you at all. At times he is, sometimes he's not, or sometimes he's dealing with negative mental stress. He will help you or not, but at times he's bothered, and sometimes he's dealing with people that don't want to support him, or even payment issues that are not coming through. He may not even see what's going on with him, but he's trying to warn himself not to speak, but his bills are going to be a burden for him. He will help himself through the problems, or maybe even stress less, or maybe even leave something out to support something else. Something is poorly judged. People are picking on you in your mind. At times you wonder why, and at times you wonder if the partnership you're in is going to work out. No wonder you're stressed. People are telling you off, or even jealous of you, or talking about you. It says negative mental health is there, with people talking about you way too much, or even looking into your personal life and your business. They need to mean what they say and move on, or study nothing but good karma with you and love you. It does say you'd rather see this, and love life is certainly going to be blessed. Okay. What's going on with those in a marriage? Marriage is going to be blessed energy, and good karma is coming. No wonder you've stressed. You do not need to. It does say I'm there, and I don't want to hear that you're stressing. Mindfully speaking, if your man says he's going to stress less, he's going to stress less and help you. He really wants to dress up with you or support you, or be there with you, or support good marriage. Good marriage. It does say good marriage because he wonders if he could marry you or is in a marriage with you that he is supportive, and he is supporting you, and does have good karma with his clothes, his shoes, and maybe even cause for concern, as he doesn't want to get more time in his mind about a pregnancy. He may not be ready for children, or maybe even make more children, as he may have enough children to support or enough mouths to feed. He just knows that he's not ready yet to support a milestone or even the message of more family members. He wants to support you with more things, but doesn't know how to support you with time and energy. And he may gift you and love you, but he's taking care of you. And meanwhile, he wants to know that he can show himself to you in a practical energy. Doesn't want to beat you or harm you, but he wants to love you. And sentimental kisses and gestures of lovemaking is on its way to you or is gifted to you. It does say you have blessings on its way and money's coming in. And boy, do you have money coming in. Wow. So there's a lot of money coming in as well for the marriage couples. All right, so let's see what's going on with individuals. What's going on with Aries and Pisces? Aries doesn't want to help you, but they do. And at times they walk away and stress and maybe even say they're sorry when they come back and see you. They just don't want to worry you or even support you with bad news. They're coming back, but they do love you and they will love you more and more. But they've got to answer the phone calls that they're getting or seeing that people are bothering them or even sorting themselves out. They just don't want to hear they've got bad news. So they're supporting trial and error or endings at this time. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Taurus. Taurus is convinced that they're struggling with you at times, but they are happy. They are content in their mind about you. Stability is there, lovemaking is there, and possibilities are there. Very good news. It does say sorting things out in the minds of theirs is going to happen in the next war in their mind or in the next year. It does say when they realize they don't have problems, they don't have problems, and they don't want to see that they've got problems, so they wouldn't want to break up from the fine-mindedness or even good karma coming in. It does say wining and dining is something that they would rather eat or drink or have good food or maybe even support many things, but they don't want wining and dining to explode in their mind with their expenses. They're trying to hold it down because they're moaning, but they don't want to keep blaming you or blaming anyone. They're just working on their mind with their loyalty to their wars in their mind, with their clothes, their shoes, their money and things of that nature. They don't want to blame anyone. They're just supportive. So they're being very supportive right now. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Geminis. Gemini hates you, and it does say they hate you dressing up, seeing who you are and loving yourself. Many times over, if Gemini doesn't see good karma, they're blaming themselves. They've got punishments coming and bad news. It does say really bad news because they're warning themselves not to speak, but punishments is on its way. And if they don't see it, they're karmically given punishments. They've just got to warn themselves not to speak. But bad news is coming with any Gemini or jealous woman or man. And they're bloody jealous right now with things that they've got going on or harming each other with problems. Or maybe even people that are not Geminis. Everyone is under scrutiny and attack with a Gemini or a jealous mentality of a Gemini. Oh dear, might want to go and check out Gemini's reading if you've got them problems with a Gemini. Right, let's see what's going on with Cancer. Cancerians. Cancer doesn't want to believe that they're stressed, but they will hold it down or believe that they're taming something there. They don't want to say that they're liars or even taming the lies. They brought themselves to the attention the other day, saying that they've seen themselves for who they are. They wouldn't want to say that they're bad, but they've seen that they're not that great and they've got karma coming. They built up a stigma and even lied about it or stressed or told themselves that they're not going to be too good to you or not too bad, but they're certainly going to support you with blame or maybe even helping you or move past your problems. They just don't want to deal with negative drama and sex and mental health. They realize they'd rather sleep with you, speak to you, or be without you. And they rather sleep with you and suddenly take away your fine-mindedness. Family members are there, so they don't know how to support you, but they may steal from you or even take your mind back in your mind about people that you talk to or deal with. They may even steal your love life or even problematic situations. They are building a raft right now or even seeing that they're blaming no one, but they could end the drama and see that blessings come instead. Okay. So what's going on with Leos? Leos are not building any bad news with you. They just know that they're dealing with you in dress up energy and want to go out, or maybe even see that they will go out with you. They're just not certain or sure, but they do want to, and they leave their mind to wonder if they're still going to. They just want to wonder, is it okay if they speak about it? Because they don't want to go, but they will. Or maybe you don't want to go, or a friend doesn't want to go. But at times they wonder if it's going to be okay for them to speak about it, or even see you, or even mindfully speaking, send you a message to deal with you. It does say sometimes they don't want to speak and sometimes they do, but they're warning themselves not to speak about bad news or stress you. They love you, so they want to support you and leave you alone. Okay. What's going on with Virgo? Virgo doesn't want to deal with you in any negative way. They just contemplate on whether or not they should speak to you, or even spark a conversation, or even still your mind away from what it is that you're doing, and maybe even tackle the things that you've got going on for you, or help you with the things that you've got going on to burden you or lighten the load. It does say they'd rather lighten the load, but sometimes they add to the drama. And it doesn't say that they always do, but they're wondering whether or not they should speak. At times they may speak to you and maybe they don't speak at all, but sometimes they talk way too much and help you overall with things you've got going on, or maybe even add to the root of the cause of the problem. They just don't want to know they're doing this, and they're burdened, but they're blocking you from any lies or problems, and they don't want to hear it. They've got karma coming, so they want to warn you that they've got to speak about good things and leave out the negative, and try to warn themselves to stop speaking about bad news. Okay, let's see what's going on with Libras. Libras are supportive and ugly-minded at the same time. What a word. It does say some of you are dealing with ugly-minded people. Libras are dealing with that, and some of them are this. They are not loyal, or they can be, but they wonder if they can be loyal to the wrong person or the wrong team or the wrong primary situation. It does say caring for them is something that they need. Sometimes they need care, sometimes they need loyalty, sometimes they need love, but sometimes they lead their mind astray. At times they war with themselves and see that they're blessed or not blessed. At times Libras do not know how to speak, but their karma is coming and warning. They're dealing with good karma, so don't speak. If you're dealing with Libra, you have better news than you did in the last 2 weeks to a month. So the past month. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Scorpios. Scorpios are hell, devilish, mental health people that you don't want to deal with. It does say bad news if you're dealing with Scorpio, as Scorpio is not going to be your friend, but it does say warning if you speak to Scorpio. Scorpio is very much your friend. They just don't know how to speak to you about the bad news that they feel inside their minds or their hearts or their spirits. They have female energy inside them that runs through them like a dripping water tap, or maybe even a sea of murmuring, or even mermaid energy that they're dealing with. They feel like mermaid energy is with them right now, and they don't want to speak, but they feel a lot of personal problems or esoteric problems or hate energy or bad news and bad vibes. They don't want to see you or pass it on. They just don't want to give it to you. But warning, if you are dealing with Pisces, ideally if Scorpio is dealing with Pisces, they just don't want to deal with you. They'd rather see you and not see you, or burden you with nothing but good karma and leave you alone to structure your mind and say that they did it. They don't need you. They rather not speak to you, and they rather not say hello. You just speak about them and demonize them, but you don't know them and you don't understand them, and you really don't know who they are. They love you, care for you and support you, and may even pass by, or maybe even put you through spells, or maybe even prayers that give you good karma. You wonder why you get good gifts. Scorpio is the answer, but you don't know how to support them. And mind you, some Scorpios can be demonic or even possessed or even burdened by spells, root works or punishments or things that they do. But at times they do not want to stress everyone out and don't want to burden you now with their problems. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Sag. Sag doesn't want to see you or even stay by you, but they do know that they can have the idea or keep you there in that mindset. Maybe they do want to come for a while or spend the night, or maybe even stay with you for a little while. Or at times they stay with you because they live with you or love you, but don't need you in their mind all the time. Their energy is personal and private. Right now they need a lot of time alone, or speak about themselves, or move forward alone. They just don't want to deal with you, or maybe don't want to deal with anyone. They have things going on in their mind mentally and want to secure their mind privately. And details of them giving themselves better news is a warning. Drug use and problems is something they don't want to get involved with or do want to do, so they want to keep their lives private. Okay. So let's see what's going on with Capricorns. Capricorns don't want to hear that they're dealing with problematic situations that they need to support. Many times over, they need to see institutions or maybe even medical centers, or maybe even see that they're supporting mind games. Sometimes they're dealing with personal problems, or even seeing that they've got to support their minds about their health or even their energy. They just need to see that they are supported. They don't know how to support everything, but their mind is telling them off. They really need to speak to someone or support someone. They don't want to speak about bad news, but they do talk about it at times, or maybe even with you, they just don't want to. At times they're contemplating whether or not they should see you or spend time with you, or whether they should sell something or use something or support some mind games or some money, or maybe even things of that nature. They've got karma coming, but they're borrowing, lending, and taking care of their minds in a very sufficient way and laughing about it, but taking care of their mind in a very good way. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Aquarius doesn't want to speak, but they have karma coming too. They love their life, their family, and their mind. At times, their borrowed energy is bothering them, and they're really looking into people and studying you. They wonder what's going on with you and seeing how they can support themselves. They poorly judge themselves and put themselves down, and poorly judged are Aquarius. Aquarius is being judged, under scrutiny, or even mind games. Even mind games, because attack is something that someone may not want to do but could do. It's just that they're really looking into why they're mind gaming you or even someone else. They play with you and murmur to themselves and keep themselves to themselves and love themselves, but lie a lot and really keep their mind in the nine-mindedness, a scarce mentality or scared mentality, and really leave their matters to the heart of the mind. They love you, but they just can't support you and really understand who you are, but can't deal with you and can't give you everything that they need or that you need or that they want. They just need you to support mental stress or maybe even problems, and they're giving themselves problems right now. But if you are dealing with them as a Pisces, they can't bore you anymore. They're trying to warn you that they're coming through with something special or helping you or paying attention to your bills, your money, or your finances, or want to support you with problem solving. Okay. And Pisces and Pisces. Pisces doesn't matter. It does say matter is something that you really didn't know that you had. It says you have good karma. So why are you pushing yourself away? It says sometimes you're really trying to ignore who you are, or ignoring your mind, or ignoring people's minds at times too. But what are you doing? It does say some of you are really trying not to exist in your mind about negative, gentle mental stress. At times you just don't want to deal with it. You realize you don't want to deal with the burdens of others. You're trying to push it away or deal with it in a bad way. You realize you're not having good karma with this, or you're trying to. You want to know that people are there to support you, and Pisces is dealing with a Pisces in a good way. It does say many of you are structured in your mind to please each other, or bless each other, or plan or structure events. You do know how to pattern things or make things happen or make things up or even solve things. It does say many times over, if you're a Pisces dealing with a Pisces, you are supported, loved, and maybe even marriage is on the menu, or blessed. You have good karma coming with your Pisces lover, and it says pretend or not pretend, you have blessed energy with your mind and your money. Wow, that's beautiful, Pisces. So let's see what's going on with your angel messages. Okay. Okay, it says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support. And it says, ask for and accept support from others. It says, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Someone else got this message. Yeah, someone else got this message. One of the air signs got this message. Retreat. It says time to disconnect from the world. Some of you guys may be, leaving your partner, or saying you need some time alone, or maybe they need time alone, or maybe you both want some time alone from the world, from other people, All right, let's see what's going on with the other angel messages. Oh, yeah. I think it was Aquarius. No, Libra. Either Libra or Aquarius. Somebody here got this message too. It says new partner. It says a chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your love life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. So some of you guys get a new person, new partner, or partnering up with something new. Claire sentence, definitely Aquarius got this. It says, Archangel Raguel, notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Okay. Universal messages. Okay, it says, there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. So there definitely is a stream of love supporting your dreams. Things are changing in your star sign, Pisces, for the better, to help you move past those rocky waters that you were in before, or just the feelings that you were having, or, you know, holding on to such, you know, toxic energy, whether it was your own or other people's getting in the way, you know. So we have number 29, we have number 54, we have number 28, we have number 23, we have number 21, number 20, and number 6. A lot of 20s in there. Okay. So I will speak to you again in your next reading. Ciao for now. Bye.